So, good morning to all. Today, in this lecture, we are going to study the different components of control system in SCADA. After that, we are going to have a discussion on difference between RTU and PLC. Okay, remote terminal unit and programmable logic controller. And then we are going to see what is HMI, that is human machine interface, and the block diagram of HMI. So, starting with the components of control system in SCADA. You basically know that SCADA has a master station in which all the data is collected, data is transferred, data is analyzed and then indicated. Okay, and then control action is taken. So this is what the control system in a SCADA looks. So first of all, modem is required in order to transmit the data through wireless LAN or LAN. So two modems are required, okay, for that purpose. So this modem has interconnection, okay, two-way connection to each other. So first of all, first one is the control indication. Okay, this control indication. This shows what the parameters to be controlled. For example, temperature, pressure, flow, level, etc. Then status indication. Okay, status indication indicates the status of the measurement quantities like voltage, frequency, current, pressure, level, flow, etc. So the communication between control indication and status indication is a two-way communication with the master station. So the master station can sends the command of control also, and also it receives the information from these blocks. Okay, and you can see here there is also two-way connection between the modem and the master station. This is the left hand side. So in case of right hand side, the main thing is remote station. Okay, which is required, which is located at the site particular. So yesterday we have seen the example of RTDS. In that case, RTDS case, the RTU is located on the site and the sensors are located on the actual place where the measurement is to be done. For example, the dam. So remote station is placed at the remote area where we want to check the quantities of that area. Pulse counting is required. It is a single way communication. Okay. Then analog data conversion. So remote station makes the data, develops the data in analog that should be converted, okay, into to digital. So this is required, and also the digital data is converted into the binary. So binary data conversion is required. So these are two-way communication. This is only single-way communication. Okay, this is about the components of control system in SCADA. Now we are going to study the difference between RTU, remote terminal unit, and PLC, programmable logic controller. So first is RTU is controlled by a microprocessor, okay, or microcontroller. But PLC is a digital computer, okay. So the main function of a RTU is to interface the SCADA to the object which is present physically. So interconnection is done by the RTU. So PLC is mainly used for automating the electromechanical process, for making the mechanical process automatic. Okay, example, assembly line in the factories. Okay, no need of human operators required, just supervision is required, but no need of any human interference is required in that cases. They are specially designed for output arrangement and multiple inputs. Okay, so RTU is more suitable for widened geographical telemetry. So if you want to check the location, or you want to collect the data from a geographical telemetry which is hundreds of kilometers, you need RTU for that. Okay, so it is basically a high bandwidth prototype model, unlike the PLC. PLC requires very short telemetry. It is not suitable for large telemetry. So RTU uses proprietary tools unless like that of PLC, which is better with local controls. Also PLC uses these standards IEC 61131-3. RTU requires wireless communication, but PLC requires local cabling, okay, of LAN and wireless LAN. RTU does not support any kind of control loops, unlike PLC. PLC supports it. Now we are going to have a look on human machine interface. So in our automation process, the output needs to be indicated or displayed. That is done by using human machine interface. Okay, you can control the output or the input quantities by using this machine interface. The best example of HMI machine interface is your ATM, in it anytime money. So in case of ATM, what do? You go to the ATM, then you swipe your card, okay, insert your card in the chip, then you will wait for some time, then you will input your pin code and you will do whatever means as per your requirement. So that is what an interconnection between the human and the machine. That is what HMI is. It interfaces the machine with the human in a language readable by the human. So in case of automation, it is an interface between the process and the operator. So SCADA products display the information on multiple screens. Okay, so which combines both text and symptomic diagram. Okay, also it provides the permission for human operators to continuously monitor the operation and to interfere or intervene when necessary. You can intervene the process or the operation whenever it is necessary by using the controls. So first of all, human and machine interface consists of library of graphical symbol. Okay, there is a lot of graphical symbols represented in order to change the quantities or to read the quantities. Then on or off status of the machine. Then the level information. Level information means the measurement of different quantities. So your SCADA system may also use a software service such as an operational historian. As I showed you earlier in the last lecture, the real-time example of RTDS for Krishna Basin. If you log in, if you are an employee of that particular organization, you can log in into that site and you can see the historical data of the previous 7 or 15 days, in which you can see the different information and trends. Trend means timeline. In order starting from day 1 to day 5, how the reservoir level shows the inflation and deflation, or decrement or increment, or what is the trend right now, and it can also predict that the data, future data, according to the trend. So suppose before 15 days the climate was quite cloudy, so by using the information like trend or timeline, it can predict the upcoming 15 days forecast. So that is what operational historian is. So historian also requests the data and creates a database of time stamp data. Okay, this is important because it shows trends and other information. So this is block diagram of HMI. So operator console is the user interface. For example, your mobile screen or the touchpad is your operator console. HMI is your motherboard. Okay, and MTU is your telecommunication service unit, as according to the mobile phones. Okay, so operator console, you can have an user interface which is based on particular operating system, and you can operate the different quantities which is required to change the process or manipulate the process. HMI is your machine interface between operator and machine. Master terminal unit is your, as you know, master unit for storage of data, two-way communication between these. Then field data interplace devices like sensors, switches, pumps, etc. Then RTU for conversion of the data, this data into readable form. Okay, then two-way communication between this and a communication medium for that. Okay, this is what the block diagram of HMI looks like. This is very important in case of examination is concerned. So do refer this video and also refer this PDF. If you have any doubt, you can ask, and we will end the lecture here. Till then, take care.